Sunday, people. Sunday, people. Love it. Last show. Last show of the Gulf Coast for me. Last show live. Last show live for now because I'm going to turn on the chill music. Ah, yeah. The summer. Summer with Peter G. I had fun. Actually, I wish I could tell you I had so much fun. This was a interesting journey, as always. Life of Peter G. We're going to talk about some things this week. Some things I want to talk about that I want to get off my chest, and then I'm hoping you'll get it off your chest too. But I like having the chill music in the background. I do. Hey, I'm waiting for people to come in. We're just starting up as usual, but Life of Peter G. Why Life of Peter G, you ask? Why the hell not? I'm leaving the Gulf Coast with a lot of sadness. I haven't really had time to even put a dent in what I wanted to do, but I'm thankful I got what I got and did what I did, and you just keep on moving. We all have goals and aspirations, but sometimes you just can't do them all. Look, I'm watching myself. It says Peter G is watching. Yes. But as always, I like opening up the show with a few things. I'm going to always talk about the watch party. I want you to hit the watch party, get things going. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. It's really hip. All your friends are doing it. You might as well. But while I'm doing the watch party, you're going to hit the share button, okay? Hey. Look at it. I like it. Some people like it, some people don't. Sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't. Okay, so the watch party. I want to start a watch party. I really do. Hit the share. Hello. You hit the share button, and when you hit the share button, it says, hey, start a watch party. And just hit that start a watch party. Then it says, hey, so-and-so, Nick, is starting a watch party.
When you hear strange noises in the house,
yeah.
It's a chromatic exercise.
Oh, yeah. When you hear strange noises in the house. I heard strange noises this past month with that friggin' raccoon, but he's gone. Anyway, I want you to start a watch party. I want everybody to start a watch party because that's what I'm doing. Last show, I got a bunch of shit I want to get off my chest because that's what we do here before and I don't even care. You guys want to call in, you call in. You don't want to call in, I've come to the point where sometimes, it is what it is. But I will be having to hightail it back out to L.A. I got things to do. One of my biggest main things is, oh my God, yourself. Oh my God. Anyway, I got to go back. My daughter starts school on Wednesday, and you know what? The whole reason I sit here is because of my daughter, and I don't think I would have been in this position. Actually, I know I wouldn't have been in this position if it wasn't for my daughter. No regrets. I'm a lucky man, but time to go back and be daddy. I had to come here to take care of some things, and thanks to my sponsors, Bolt Energy, I could not be here if it wasn't for them, They're down in Miami promoting. I'm here in the northwestern part of Florida promoting. But then again, this show promotes all around the world. And don't you forget it. Bolt Energy. Why Bolt Energy, you ask? Well, that's a good question, Peter. Bolt Energy. It's enriched with vitamins and antioxidants. It tastes good. And my sponsors are Workout Fanatics. One day I'm going to have the lifestyle. Hey. And I'm going to have the lifestyle and be able to be a little bit healthier from the workout aspect. Right now, my workout is a mental mind screw. But I'm still here, and I'm very thankful. But anyway, Bolt Energy tastes good. You don't have to drink a ton of it. Just enough to get you going. Doesn't give you the jitters and all that. Sorry, I'm going on our lighting. I wanted the warm look because of the screen here. Again, I'm operating with shoestrings and MacGyver techniques. And we are here, and I'm proud of it. But Bolt Energy, ask for it in stores, electrify your senses. If it wasn't for them, I could not be here. Some people asked me last week, they go, Peter, how the hell are you in the Gulf Coast? You've been there for it feels like, eternity. And it's like, yes, I have. Life is good. But it's still a struggle. Then I'll get to that in a second, too. I'm going to start talking. But Bolt Energy. Ask for it in stores. If you don't know how to get Bolt Energy, I'm going to crack it open right now. You can go to www.drinkboltenergy.com and they will tell you where it's available, or they will ship it to you. It's, anytime, just like this show, anytime you want to do something, it's not easy. Everybody wants to be somebody, but it takes the long run. You can't be a sprinter. You have to be you have to go the distance. And I'm telling you, believe me, not a day goes by where I want to just say, the hell with it, but I can't do that. So here's to Bolt Energy, and thank you for sponsoring me, and knowing me and believing in me anyway, okay? So I'm going to take a sip. Problem was, we only sent a few, so many cans down here, and I didn't realize I was going to stay here this long, and I ran out. This is my very last can, because believe me, my ass was dragging this afternoon, and I wanted to open it up, but I just said, no, I need it for the show, because, I'm done. So that's it, Bolt Energy, okay? Speaking of dragging ass and struggles, I constantly get this thing that I don't know what's up with people. I know perception and all that. I don't think I come off like I'm doing anything that great. At least I try. I want to say that I believe in what I do, and I love what I do, and I'll keep on doing it. But by no means, people ever think that I'm some guy who gets out of here and drives this Porsche home, and and all that kind of stuff. It's farthest from the truth. Okay. I am poor. Scout's honor. I am poor. We are operating out of the back of a Chinese restaurant kitchen, okay? And I got Paul, my associate producer, stunt producer. He's my chef, my chauffeur, my whatever. He's literally on the back on a bicycle pedaling to pump the electricity to keep the friggin' thing going like a friggin' hamster, okay? That's how poor I am. Yeah. He asked me, he said, so what you going to talk about tonight? I said, it's a surprise. It's a surprise. But in the meantime, let's listen to some chill music. I'm going to start. Because, okay, it's not that I want to tell you, I'm happy for the most part. But every day is a struggle just like you guys. That's why I do this show. And that's a big deal. End of summer. I mean, I know the summer is still, the weather's going to be good and all that. But the bottom line is, school starting. A lot of people are buckling down, and we're going to talk about that too, believe me. But there's just things like that I don't want the perception. Yes, do I try to do my best? Do I try to, make it look and feel good and all that, and I have help? Yes, I do. But believe me, I'll let you know when I'm back on track and life is going to where, we're flying private, okay? Because we are far from flying private, but we're flying. Let's listen to some chill music, or as Paul would put it, porn music. And one, and two. See, I can turn this into a talk show / exercise, and work that body. Oh, Pepsi, you don't know. I'm sorry. I know you called me. I'm sorry. Come on. Come on. Life with Peter G. Right here. I'm going to talk about some things in a second. Okay, where are we? Where is my paper? Oh, here it is. Yeah. So it's been a struggle these past few weeks trying to be here and trying to get the show going. It really is. Everything from satellite signals to equipment blowing up. I mean, just the challenge just never ends. And we've plowed through it one way or another, but, it's a bitch. And then comes the point where it's like I was just telling Paul that I don't want to go. I mean, as much as I like LA, I mean, I can do this from anywhere. But I have responsibilities, and I got to get back. And my daughter's starting school, and that's really important to me because as much as I don't want to get up in the morning and take her to school because I hate getting up early, but I will do that because I love her, and I love seeing her and talking to her right before I let her go back to school. And that's it. But there's a lot of things going on. Summer, again, and I did not. I'm here in a place that has some of the greatest beaches in the world. I have not even been to it once. And that's sad. And I was just telling Paul that too, because I have been doing things that it's just been like a snowball of friggin', what do you call that? A can of worms. Just been a can of worms. It has been a can of worms. I haven't really, these are family things. Everything I touched just kind of broke, or things out of the ordinary broke on their own, and I had to divert from what I wanted to do to what I had to do. But that's life. I went to church again this morning. I did. I mean, again, I'm not pushing it. I'm not super religious. I'm very religious, but I'm not about like, look at me, I went to church. But I did go to church today. And then I just felt the need. I don't know. I think I'm doing it more for my parents than for myself. I don't know if that's weird or not, but I did it. Thursday is St. Peter's Day. That's my name day. If you're Greek, it means a lot to the Greeks. And I'm going to try to go to church then too, just because. I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to fill a void right now, whatever it is. I mean, I find a lot of people that when things are going bad, and I'm not saying things are going bad. They're not. But a lot of people are not very religious until things are going bad, and then they cop religion. The plane has got super bad turbulence, and it's like, oh God, just let us touch the ground safely, and I'm going to believe. I've always believed, whether I don't push it, but I have it within me. But I did. I don't know. For some reason, I felt the need to go to church today, and I did. And for what it's worth, but I mean, but I haven't been to the beach, and the beach is kind of like a great church too, because everybody here in this area believes in going to the beach clears the mind. Believe me, I need a lot of beach. I need a lot of beach because I got a lot of mind clearing that's necessary. But I'm just lucky to be here, and I'm thankful. Hopefully the beach will still be here, and so will I. I'm just going to have to catch it later, but I do regret that I did not even do half of the things I wanted to do because I was so busy doing things I had to do. It's just life. Responsibility. I guess, some way, shape, or form, if I had more time, I could just make it all work, but I made it work. It's not life or death. Whatever I leave behind undone will not, be bad, I guess. But anyway, so that's it. I want to touch on this. Was it last week or last week? I think it was when we were talking about the shootings and all this stuff. I don't want to go into big news, but I happened to read an article, unfortunately, that in Garden Grove, California, which is not far from me, probably about 70, 80 miles from where I live, there was somebody who went on a rampage and stabbed 4 people to death. And it's like, it doesn't matter. It's just like there's all these crazy people. That's why my daughter was going somewhere this weekend, and she called me. She says, I just want you to know that I'm going to go with so-and-so, and they're going to their beach house, and I'm going to be there till Monday because they have it before school starts. And all I'm telling her is to be safe because, you don't know whatever you're walking into anywhere you go. It's that crazy. A guy with a knife senselessly stabbed and killed 4 people in 4 different locations in Garden Grove, California. I mean, I don't know what the motive was besides he's nuts. But again, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the hell the reason was. The fact is, if something like that happened, it happened. And I hate it. I hate it. So I'm just saying that, if anybody wants to start getting on the old gun thing, it's forget it. Pick a weapon, a car. Doesn't matter. The Oklahoma bomber years ago took a truck full with fertilizer and just stupid shit. And I'm sick of it. I just wish people would just chill the hell out. It's just life is so short. And I like life. Another thing I'm going to bitch about, and then maybe we'll open up the phones, but, I'll stop. If you call 818-259-7983, if you have something worthy to talk about, I'll answer the phone and I'll stop what I'm talking about, even though I have things I want to talk about. I'll always have things I want to talk about. It's my show. And I thought about things I want to talk about because I feel they're important to you. Not that it's my show. I can care less about that. I just think they're important that I touch on these things. Number one I want to bitch about. Tuesday, I've decided Tuesday I'm calling AT&T phone, AT&T, live on my show. I had an issue with a cell phone that I got from them that I returned to them back in April. I've been assured for 6 times since April that the phone has been back to them. They received the phone, and I've been credited for $578. Well, they turned me into collections. Every time I call, they tell me, "Don't worry, Peter. In 7 to 10 days, it's all going to clear out, and you're going to be good." And then I call back on 12 days, and they say, it wasn't done properly, and this and that. And now they turn me over to collections because all they know is that they think they still owe me money, even though every person keeps assuring me that I don't owe them money. Well, I'm going to put them live on Facebook. I'm going to tell them I'm recording them live. Tuesday, I'm going to call probably around 11 o'clock or between 11 and 1 Central, and I'm doing a live Facebook calling AT&T. I don't friggin' understand it. Here's a quick scenario. Peter got a cell phone from AT&T to take his parents' phone number from a landline to a cell phone. Peter got a cell phone and found out he's going to be charged if he doesn't fulfill a 30-month contract. And I said, "No, I don't want a 30-month contract." And they said, "Well, fine, return the phone." Peter returned the phone within 2 days of receiving it. They received the phone. They confirmed they received the phone, and yet they still continue to charge me for the phone. I've got about 14 hours of phone time on with them, and I'm sick of it. I don't understand it. They're a huge organization. How friggin' hard is it to say product received, credit given? It just does. It blows my mind. I don't know whether they're fucking with me. I don't understand what the motive is, but I'm pissed and I'm tired. And the thing is that the representative that's talking to me sounds so confident. They got their manager involved. We set up a case and a case number, and every time I call them back, it's like, whoever did that, they didn't do it properly and blah, blah, blah. I'm friggin' sick of it, people. So we're going to put them on the spot because here's another thing. I've asked every single time, and they've taken my email. I said, "Can you send me something in writing?" Never received a single thing, and I'm done. So I don't know what the ramifications are. I'm going to tell them that I'm recording them for quality assurance purposes, and then I'm going to take their mind off of the whole deal, and we're going to get down to business and find out what the hell's going on. I'm sick of it. I'm friggin' sick of it. So Tuesday is going to be a special because, you know, this show is only on Sunday nights. But Tuesday, I'm just going to go live on Facebook. I'm dialing AT&T, and we're going to talk to AT&T and figure out what the hell is going on. This is out of my norm, but I can't see any better way to really make my point than to make sure the rest of the world hears that they're screwed up. They're so damn big, it's so friggin' simple, and they've made a fucking science project out of this whole thing, and I'm tired of it. That's all. You know, so tune in Tuesday. I'll give you a heads up. And even if you miss it, I want to remind you that this show goes into regurgitation once it's over, and you can watch the show on repeats. You can watch it on demand. Everything I have goes up onto YouTube. You have all the time in the world to watch, and even a lot of people say that, "Hey, Peter, I got to go to work in the morning. It's 11:30 on the East Coast." I totally get it. Hang on one second. We don't take commercial breaks, so I got to take a sip once in a while. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to feel good about it. I've thought about it. I've had enough. I've been on the phone. I'm a patient man. But I'm telling you, even a train has to refuel once in a while. Let's listen to some chill music so I can calm down because I'm getting riled up again. N1, N2, N1. N2. Yeah. So anyway, here's the deal. 818-259-7983 if the phone rings. I don't even care tonight. I was telling my stunt double associate producer tonight that my Florida backup man that if anybody calls, great. If not, I'm loaded. I am full of stuff to bitch about. But I'm hoping you'll call and bitch about something you want to get off your chest. I don't want to do politics. I don't want to do religion. But if you got things, you hate your boss. I'm sick of my job. My girlfriend sucks. My boyfriend won't put shoes on. The whole damn thing. Whatever it is, I'm listening. But in the meantime, I want to tell you something. So my father used to play the lottery a lot. In his mind, I'd see him sitting at the dining room table, and he's like picking the numbers like it was some friggin' science project. I mean, like he had the ultimate combination. I mean, he'd do this weekly, and, you know, God bless him. I mean, you know, in his mind, and he's won, through the years, but there's been a big gap in those years. Let's just put it that way. Rich people don't play the lottery. I do believe in the lottery, though. I mean, it does. I don't spend money on cigarettes. So to me, if I spend a few bucks on that and it doesn't hurt my my life, no big deal. You know what I mean? You go to Starbucks. It's $5 for a friggin' cup of coffee. I don't drink coffee. I don't smoke cigarettes. Beer, a little bit different. Guilty. But, so I walk into Circle K. We have a Circle K. Local Circle K, right? And I say to the girl, hey, what's the Florida lottery deal? Friday night and Saturday night, I'd like to, I want to play. And she says, I don't know how to work the machine. And I go, what do you mean you don't? It's like, back it up. I came in, it's a Circle K. I need to buy some lottery tickets, and you don't know how to work the machine. She goes, yeah, I'm still in training, and I don't know how to work the lottery machine. I go, well, get me somebody who knows how to work the machine. He goes, there's nobody else here. It's like, how the hell? I'm starting to use harsh language again. But I mean, how the hell do you put somebody in a store to handle money in your business and they don't know how to work stuff? I mean, I'm not an ass. I looked at her, I smiled, I cracked a joke. I said, well, I guess I'll come back again some other time. But the problem with me is I forget, and then the day goes by, and the lottery thing already went, because that happened to me for several weeks, and I finally wanted to just play in honor of my father, because that's the way he was. Not that I'm going to win anything, but I just feel better doing it, It's just my thing. The girl did not know how to run the lottery machine. And it's like, come on, you got to be friggin' kidding me. Did I tell you summer's just about over? Let's listen to more chill music. I gotta take a breath again. Maybe a sip of my Bolt Energy. Electrify my senses. Anyway, that pissed me off. Kinda. So, that's over with, and then I ended up getting lottery tickets anyway, somewhere else. But it was just a fact. I got out of my car, went into the store. I don't need to get out of the car and go to the store, and it was like stupid. I'm wasting my time. And my time is valuable. Everybody's time is valuable. I just can't. My life is not to where I just sit around and do nothing. I wish it was that way. I mean, I did do a few days of nothing because I was just tired. But either way. So anyway, let me look this over. School is starting, people. If anybody's got kids, school is starting. Let me take this in for a minute. This will smooth me out. 818-259-7983. You're more than welcome to call in if you want. If you don't call in, I'm just going to keep on bitching about stuff. I'd rather hear you bitching about stuff and give me a break. That's why we can play Give Peter a Break. School is starting. I want to talk about a few things with school because there was a few things as I was bringing up my child that would really piss me off about some people that I knew about how they did things. And again, it's their child, it's their way, but doesn't make it right. And I'm just going to give a couple of tips because school is starting. And you can take them or leave them. And I just feel better because I say I did my part. Whether you have young children, older children, whatever, I think it's probably easier when your children are a little bit older, but the fact still remains the same. If you got a child and they're getting ready for school, it's a major change going from, staying up till you want to fall asleep to having to get up at the crack of dawn. I mean, it sucks. It sucked for me as a kid. It sucks for me as an adult. I hate getting up early. I mean, there are these people that they say that, top earners and top business people wake up at the crack of dawn. It's like, yes, but I'm sure there's plenty of people that don't, that have plenty of money. And that's the way I want to be. Minus the money. But school is starting. And the biggest thing I have a problem with is your kids staying up too late. You keep your kids up or you let them stay up too late, the adjustment is going to kick their ass, okay? It just is. And after a while, you'll get used to it. Did I tell you guys to start a watch party? Sorry, it just popped back into my head. Watch party, people. You hit share, and it says start a watch party. And then it says so-and-so is watching the Peter G Show, Life with Peter G. 818-259-7983. Silent phone night, which is fine. Because... believe me, you get what you wish for because usually the phone stays silent, and that just fuels up James from Culver City, and he calls in with all his semi-warped scenarios, and I have to like douse the fire. Yeah, I know. Yeah, do you want to hear that kind of stuff? I don't. I don't. I mean, I want to hear the good, entertaining, but I don't want to get that dark. It's just the way it is. I just want to bring a little bit of uplifting to the pressure. I'm here for you to relieve the pressure. You guys can easily call me. You can call up and say, hey, Peter, I've been watching. I think, maybe you need to do this, or let's talk about that, or you suck. And I just want to let you know you suck. I mean, I can take it. But believe me, I can take it. I don't think there's much I can't take anymore. Even if I get riled up, I still take it. But the thing is, I'm here for a reason. I'm here for you. Live in the Bolt Energy Studios. Last show in the Gulf Coast before I pack it up and go back to the black curtains. There's the iron curtains, but we go back to the black curtains in L.A. I like black. Black is much more slimming. It's official color of L.A. too. Anyway, school tips. As far as I'm concerned, these are just a couple of quickies. It's not a big deal. How much time we got? It's almost 30 minutes are going by. I'm going to have 30 more minutes, and I'm leaving that up to you guys because I'm not going to talk for an hour. Actually, I will if I have to, but I'm hoping somebody just comes and shares something with me. Again, a lot of the scrolling, you guys, I appreciate you guys texting to me, but there's 4 different pages going on. I can only watch so many things, and I have to get to them later. But I appreciate you watching, but I want you to share. That's a big deal. Things are getting better for this show in a weird way, and I'm very proud of that. We work hard. Too hard sometimes. I'm banging my head against the wall just to make, and I just said it this evening, I said, all this for 1 hour. That took days. A little bit here, a little bit there. It took days of preparation just to make it work. I've been watching and waiting for you. You should call me. You know who I'm talking to. Let's listen to chill music. Oh, yeah. When I watched you walk into the room, I looked at you and said, hey, how's it going? All right. Tip your kids. This is what would piss me off the most, because I had a few people that I was close with, and they were having trouble. They're going through the divorce and this and that, and so you're trying to make your kid, your child, you're trying to keep them happy, but you're bending and you're like giving them everything they want and this and that, and it's like that. I get it. We've all been there, but that's kind of wrong too. Hindsight is 20/20. The bottom line is, again, I'm not the greatest guy with structure, but when it comes to my daughter, she's everything to me. And when she was young, growing up, the first thing we do is, number one, I tried to get her to bed at a fair hour. I'm not like Mr. 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's say she's in 3rd grade. She wasn't in bed at 8 p.m. She'd be in bed by 9:30. It's just the way it was. But we got up with plenty of time to wake up. That's important. I didn't just run her out of bed the last night and again, it's all the child. The children are all different, and some kids are really cranky in the mornings. She always woke up. She didn't want to wake up, but I do the itsy-bitsy spider up her back while she's sleeping, but she'd eventually crack a smile. And the thing was, I woke her up early enough to get acclimated to get going, and then I'd feed her. She wasn't eating a donut on the way to school in the car. My ex used to do that with her daughter, one of her daughters, my half, stepdaughter, whatever you want to call it. And they would call it breakfast on the go. And I get that, But the thing is, my philosophy, and call me crazy, was to get them up plenty of time, go to the bathroom, whatever, and in kindergarten, this is a true story, and I have to use this for an example because it just made me crazy. I went to a parent-teacher association meeting, and the kindergarten teacher looked and she says, Anna's doing very well in kindergarten. And this was, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, but this is a big deal because I wasn't aware of this. And she says, but Anna's been tardy 13 times, and we really need to have her here. And I just looked over at her. And because it wasn't tardy on my watch, and I was just livid. I'm going, you got to be frigging kidding me. She's tardy 13 times? It was only half a year. And I'm just and she says, yes, she was tardy. And then she looked at me and she says, she had trouble pooping in the morning. And it's like, I'm looking at her and going, I don't get it. Okay, she had trouble. Really? She doesn't have that trouble when she's with me. We get her up plenty of time early in the morning. I give her that time to do whatever she's got to do because I didn't want her late for school. It was important for that child early on in her life to learn the urgency about not being late for your own funeral, so to speak. My ex would be late for her own funeral. So far, she's now going into 8th grade. I am a lucky man because those things that I did have somehow, plus she's just wired differently. She's pretty damn stable. But it works. The thing is, had I not done that, where will we go for that? It's just like anything else. You teach a dog how to go outside so they don't pee in the house. I mean, it's the same principle. It's like if you don't teach them something, how the hell are they going to learn? So that's important. You get your kid up plenty early, not 5 minutes before it's time to go to school, and you get them ready so we're not running out the door. Yes, occasionally there's a bump in the road, but if you give... look, I would get up, if she has to be at school, I would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I don't like getting up. I would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, take a shower, I'd be totally ready, have her lunch ready from the night before, or if I didn't, I'd get up even earlier to make sure I made her lunch because that's the way it was. Because it was so important for me to make sure she had her shit together. Because I'm responsible for her. I brought her into this world, half, but she's on my watch. And while she's with me, that stuff's not going to happen. And that was important to me, and it's paid off, believe me. Pain in the ass? Do I like getting up even earlier? No. But it does work. Anyway, so let's go through the whole thing. So you get them to school, okay? You get them to school on time. They're not late for school. They're not tardy. But then they come home from school. And they come home from school, and they're hungry. And they have homework. I was tapping out on my daughter's homework in 3rd grade. I mean, it was just unbelievable. Everybody knows Common Core. Let's take a simple math problem, and let's turn it into 18 different ways that you can screw it up and try to figure out how to make it back to normal. Don't understand it, but that's the way it goes. Hang on. Did I tell you 818-259-7983? You can call me. Anybody. If you want. You want to get something off your chest? Walter? I apologize for not being able to have lunch with you. Believe me when I tell you, I have to apologize to a lot of people. There just hasn't been the time, buddy. It hasn't worked out. It's a very, I don't know. Time just wasn't on my side. All right, let's get back to what I was talking about. School. So you pick up your kid from school, they got homework now. They don't screw around. Teachers only have so much time to make something happen. To teach you, they have from this time to this time, you have to learn this kind of stuff. They got it. They're under pressure. They're underpaid. They're under pressure. Blah, blah, blah. That's what they do. You have to keep up. The worst thing in the world you can do with your kids is let them come home and let them screw around all afternoon, all the way up into the evening, and then at 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night, you're doing homework. Who the hell wants to do homework at 8:30, 9:30 at night? You're burned out. I know, all I want to do is go to bed. I used to go to bed the same time she would because I had to get up early. You get home. You do that homework. Okay, they're hungry. Anna used to really, she wanted a snack or whatever. I'd give her about 45 minutes to an hour max from the time we got home, at 2:15, 2:30, now, or whatever the hell it was back then. But that was it. It was like, I'm watching the clock, and she'd turn on the TV and then she'd start getting lost in cartoons or whatever the hell she used to watch. But I go, that's it. TV off, homework. As soon as you finish homework, you got the whole rest of the time. Because homework was like an hour and a half. They'd load kids up, man, big time. I'm telling you, I was tapping out. I might have not been able to figure out. I taught her how to learn how to figure out the problem. There was times when, she didn't know how to do something. I'm looking at it going, I don't know how to do it. But the thing was, when we worked together, somehow or another, I showed her, or we figured out ways to explore the options, and she goes, oh, wait, I got this. And that's all you need to know. You just have to learn how to figure things out. You don't have to know the answer. You have to know how to find the answer. That's a big deal. It's a big deal in life. You don't have to know everything. Like YouTube. I work on my car. Something goes wrong. I don't know how to fix it. but it looks like it's kind of doable. I go to a YouTube video, I start researching, and all of some videos, I'm going, you know what? I can do that. I can do that. I don't feel like paying somebody $500 when I can do that for about $75. I don't mind doing it once in a while. I just don't want to do it for a living because money's an issue. Did I tell you I wasn't rich? Although it's, for some reason, perspective seems to dictate that I'm doing well, I'm flat out telling you. That's why I need you guys and want you guys to pay attention, share. Let's take this somewhere, and then if things get better, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. I work hard at this because I love what I'm doing, and the whole thing is, it's just like music. If you're a musician and you play in a band, you want to have a record deal. Same thing. I started with nothing with this whole thing except my gut telling me I needed to do this. So I want to make it worthwhile. I don't want to just be doing this to hear myself talk. I hear myself talk all the time, and unfortunately, so do some of my closest friends. And I'm sure they're sick of it. So at least if we're going to do this, did my voice just crack? Let's listen to some chill music. What's the matter? Your head hurt? Nobody's calling. 818-259-783. 7983. Nobody's calling. Phone hasn't rang at all. I might just take a nap. Today is the day, last show in the Gulf Coast, if you want to get it off your chest. Get something off your chest from the last Gulf Coast show, at least for now. I might be back in a month. I may be back in a year. I don't know. But the thing is, we'll be back in L.A. because I have parental duties to maintain. I had to come here and take care of parental things from my parents. It was a different parental duty. But at the end of the day, there's just things you got to do. And my daughter looked at me and she said, "Go do what you have to do, Dad." And I know she meant it. It wasn't like I'm night on the town every night. There was a couple of nights we got to go out for a couple hours here and there, but believe me, time of that versus time of ripping what little hair I have left out, trying to maintain and get things done around here, the ripping hair out time wins. But anyway, 818-259-7983, I will take whatever you want to talk about. That's the problem. And I talked to somebody else the other day, yesterday. They're going, "Yeah, we watch your show. We just don't want to call. You know, it's just kind of weird." And I go, "What's so freaking weird about it? You're sitting here typing to me anyway. There's nothing weird about it at all. Just call. Nobody knows who you are. In fact, when you're typing to me, your name is blatantly put out there. It's just right there. Everybody sees it. And it goes out to the world, actually. When you call me at 818-259-7983, it's just whoever you want to be on the phone. It's real easy. But the summer is over for a lot of people. And again, you know, when I was going to school, we'd get out right before Memorial Day. We wouldn't go back until Labor Day. They shortened it all up. It sucks because it's way too fast. Even though we're going to have a lot of great weather still, but there's more responsibilities, you know, again, school, and it's narrowed down to the weekends, not so much all week long, and things just kind of change. But that's the way it is. I just remind you again with the school stuff, you know, get your kids' homework done early on when you get them home from school. Get your kids to bed at a semi-decent hour so they're not all tore up and you know, just bent out of shape when you're waking them up in the morning. And you yourself get up. Because I know a lot of times it's more the parents' fault because they don't want to get up because they don't, you know. And most people work, so you have to get up anyway. But and you have to get them. A lot of people have to get their kids to school even earlier because they have to drop them off because they have to get to work, and then you're paying for that extra time for them to be in some kind of morning daycare before school. I know what it is. You know, it's a bitch too, and it costs money. So at least if you're going to do all this stuff, have your kid do as decent as they can at school. Look, I hated school. I mean, I just wasn't good at it. I knew it, but. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean I have to dictate that I want my daughter to hate school. She claims she doesn't, you know, school's a drag, yet she's always concerned about her grades. She always does her stuff on time, if not before it's due, and I'm very proud of that. And again, so why would I not want to encourage this, you know, little human being into being the best she can be? And that's not so bad, because then you got the kids that are really hard to work with, and you really have to stay on them, because imagine how much worse they're going to do. So make sure you get them up plenty of time, feed them something of worth, make sure they have lunch, but don't rush them in the mornings to where their hair's still not combed and they're getting out of bed and going to school in the clothes they slept in. And believe me, there's a lot of that crap. There really is. It bothers me a lot. Just a couple of tips. Those are like basically 3 tips. Let's review, okay? What are they? Get your kids to bed early. Uh-oh. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I just missed it. Sorry. Do that again. So busy. I thought I heard something dinging. Somebody called me. I'm asking you to call and I missed it. I suck. I'm sorry. Call me one more time. I'm sorry. I got so carried away. I wasn't listening for the phone. I had it on mute. My bad. Wow. There goes that one call. Great show host, Peter. Anyway, let's review real quick, okay? Get your kids up plenty of time. Feed them. Take them to school. Don't drag them out of bed. When they come home from school, give them a little time to get their act together, but make them do their homework early in the afternoon, right after school, so you can get it in and over with. Don't be making them do homework at 9:30 at night. Let me take this. All right. Hi, you're on with Life of Peter G. Who's this?
Peter G.
Wow.
In the house.
Wow. You're. What are you doing? Buying new cell phone numbers?
No, sir.
No?
I am off-site tonight.
What's up? You get fired?
No, sir.
No, sir. Okay, that's good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling damn good.
Really? I just want you to know that I figured out why the show did not push to the main page last week, and I felt really bad about that, but life is good now. We're back to normal, kind of, sort of.
That's right.
Yeah, so what is it you have to bring to the table tonight? James from Culver City, when all else fails and you guys don't want to call in, this is what you get.
That's right. Feel the wrath.
Well, let's not feel too much of the raft, but let's... What are you bringing to
Bring the pain.
What? No, no pain. What are you bringing to the table tonight, James, since you're off?
Well, as I tuned in there, I heard you talking about, doing homework. They load the kids up with an hour and a half of worth of homework.
Mm-hmm.
So the question I have for you is, are you going to push your child into an Ivy League school to where she's doing, 6.5 hours of preparatory work just before she even can go to bed at night? Are you that type of parent, or are you just kind of do the bare minimum to get by?
I don't have to do anything. She already has a plan, which is, again, highly unusual, but I'm very, very blessed. And if she sticks to the plan, great. If she alters, I'll take it from there. But she is already got a plan.
Well, unfortunately, they all have a plan, and it usually gets derailed.
Oh, boy, here it comes.
Cock.
Easy, boy. Easy. Yeah.
Hey, we're human.
I know, we're
Boys
human,
are
but
seeking vagina.
I know, but I had a little. Come on. Let's just figure a way how to alter it, okay? Just for some of my more sensitive viewers, because I got to, they're all my fans. We have to understand.
Would you prefer the medical? Medical terminology.
No,
penis.
you could have just said boys. Yeah, it's real simple. It's very explanatory, because believe me, I had a conversation with somebody today, and they go, "How was your daughter?" I said, 13. I go, because they asked me, they go, "Why isn't she with you this trip?" Because she normally is. And I said, this is the first time, but, she wanted to stay home because she's busy. The summer goes by so quickly. I let her stay home for the first time because, it's the first. I understood. And
guess what, Peter G?
What?
You got played. Guess what she's doing?
No, you're wrong. That much, believe me, I got people. But the thing is,
she's texting away though.
Not yet. I'm telling you, believe me, I got my eyes on everything. But the thing is, that day will come, though. I'm okay with that. But the thing is,
don't you remember basic sex education? Girls develop faster than boys.
You know what I wanted to tell you? It's been 6 weeks now, and I forgot to tell you. I saw the movie you told me to see, 8th grade. Believe it or not,
yes.
I was flying, and the movie was on the plane. So what did I do? Because James from Culver City told me I need to see this movie. I saw 8th grade.
Did it give you a glimpse into the mind?
Nope.
Of an 8th grader?
Nope. You know why?
Why?
Because that 8th grader was a screwed up 8th grader.
Well,
I get it. I don't say it doesn't exist.
Similarities. I mean, dad, single dad,
Well,
daughter.
well, the dad.
I
was kind of like that. I'm kind of like that dad. You know what I mean? He played him off like, he's kind of cool dad, but not cool to her. But he's still.
I felt the similarity.
Okay, but the thing is that girl that portrayed that whole scenario was nothing like my daughter. My daughter is
no, and that's not what that was not the point of it. But just it was more of just the betrayal of thoughts that go through girls' minds in general.
I guess, but you have to have that kind of that girl was very, she's very, how do you want to put it? She, anxiety and all that kind of stuff. I don't think my daughter has that. In fact, we talked about somebody that's she's she's friends with a girl who suffers from social anxiety. And I told her, because she likes the girl, I said, Anna, don't abandon her. Help her. Tell her to breathe. Don't be the person that just, okay, she's got a problem, it's your problem. And I go, you really need to be there to help her to start, relaxing. And I said, be that person. And that was my suggestion and my advice, because it's got to suck. Overthinking.
Well, I wanted you to see the movie, and I wanted all your listeners to see that movie so that as guys we can understand, because what that girl in that movie is suffering from, the self-doubt, the anxiety, all those questions. In varying degrees, maybe your daughter isn't hitting all those cylinders. I would hope not.
Yeah.
But she has experienced that, and those same insecurities that girl felt, all girls feel, and they will feel throughout their life. But girls, being the strong-willed creatures that they are, will just own it and step through it. Sometimes more quickly than men will.
Well, look, I can only hope. You have to go through things. God, look, dude, we all went through things, okay? We all did. My parents didn't have a clue. They never asked me about stuff. It was really weird. Our relationship, but it was a different time frame of parenting, and it was just different way of communications and stuff. I survived. But I do understand these girls that got all these issues, and they're, worrying about this and worrying about that, and times have changed, and I understand your point. But I did happen to catch that movie while I was flying, and it was just ironic because, honestly, I can't believe I forgot all these weeks to tell you that I watched the movie. So it had some valid points. Obviously, somebody wrote that movie because they wrote it from self-understanding and knowledge of the whole deal. Nobody just came up with that idea.
Probably a chick.
Yeah, more than likely. It's got to be, But the thing is, I'm sure it exists, and I feel bad for those people who have to think like that. She was kind of middle of the road, but there's probably way worse, But what are you going to do?
Now let me ask you a scene. When she goes to the pool party, and she's standing there in that horrible little green bikini.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel the awkwardness?
I didn't feel much of nothing.
I felt the pain. I felt the pain.
Oh, yeah. You just see, you really dive into those movies and become the movie.
I thought it was very well done. It's a little slow in the pacing, but it was.
Yeah,
I thought it was a good story.
It wasn't like some major production. But the movie had a point. I felt like at first it was a low budget movie. But it was a movie, and nonetheless, that's a movie that got made, whereas I can't get nothing done, but it was done, and so I watched it, and again, I don't know, I never even heard of the movie. Is that a movie that went to the theaters, or is it just like a straight-to-video, so to speak?
Well, I saw it on Netflix, and Netflix buys everything, so...
But I did see it, and yes, I guess it's worth the watch if you're a parent or whatever. But see, I happen to be one of those most understanding parents. I don't think I'm blind to too much stuff. I just believe in, kind of keeping my feelers out, and I'll deal with shit as it happens. And I know that I'm a little bit out of the norm. I'm escaping some of these things that are probably going to make people nuts, or they're going to be very unaware of these things, and their kids are going nuts, but... that's the whole thing, is just having, being vigilant, I guess, so to speak.
Well, the next movie you need to see.
Oh, boy.
And all parents, married, divorced, whatever, need to study and then go look up the real story it's based on is Alpha Dog.
Alpha Dog. And
if you haven't seen that movie yet,
is that an old
you need
movie
to.
or new?
It's I want to say it's somewhere in the 2000s.
I think I heard of it, but I spend half my time. I don't watch a lot of TV.
Justin Timberlake's in it, so
Then I have to
yeah.
see it.
no. It's just the takeaway from that movie, and I'll tell it to you now because it's this important. Is that movie is an example of a complete and total breakdown in parenting on so many levels, and it results in the death of a 15-year-old boy. It's a true story. They've changed the names and places, but it made America's Most Wanted. It was so horrific and just so pointless when you see the details of it and how stupid it was, and just the breakdown of parenting from beginning to end. That at any point in the time that this kid could have been saved by just someone speaking up.
Right.
Boys and daughters alike, and the parents of the. Sorry, let me say it again. The parents of the boys and daughters in this movie should all be in jail.
And this is.
And you want to know why?
Why?
Because they were selfish. It was all about what they want to do. I want to go do this. You're bothering me. And it's like, yeah. They basically put their kids on autopilot, and a young boy is dead.
Great. And this is what the problem is with most of these things that are going on right now, and we talked about this every week lately, is parenting. Just not being aware of what's going on. That's why I told my daughter when she's telling me about her social anxiety friend that she likes, but she just can't handle being in. I go, you really need to support her and help her. Because maybe she's not, nobody else understands it or even sees it. There's a lot of people, you just kind of walk on by. You just figure everything's okay. You don't know what somebody's thinking. Same old shit. But, hey, did I tell you that we're operating out of the back of a Chinese restaurant kitchen? And I got Paul in the back right now. He's pedaling on a bicycle for the power. You okay back there, Paul?
So that's why I don't see any cats on camera. Okay.
No. Because today's special is stir-fried kitty, soup dishwater,
That's right.
grasshopper.
Now we've crossed into racism. Nice.
No, not really. Round eye special include. Wow. Hey, I'm going to be at New York Knicks Tuesday night. I'm getting ready to screw him up, too. We're going to do, that just reminded me because I don't care. New York Nick does a show on the internet called Radio Free Pensacola. Is a buddy of mine, and he's an old DJ. He's one of the real ones, and he plays cool shit. And he's doing a special this week. So he has a 2-hour radio show every Tuesday night on the internet. It's just a listen thing, but he plays cool stuff. And this week is the anniversary of Woodstock or whatever. But when I come into town, again, this whole live show was inspired because I raided his place and we experimented with Facebook Live. Dual broadcasting from his page and my page at the same time, and that's what started this last July. And then by January,
so he's to blame.
Yeah, he's to blame. No, yeah, he let me. So Tuesday, we pop in, and in between his songs and sets, I'm banned again. So I'm going to go to New York Knicks Badlands in downtown Pensacola, and I'm going to raid the place in between songs because you can't play the songs through Facebook Live because of copyright infringement. It picks up the tunes and mutes everything, which really sucks. But in between, we do about 2 minutes every 10 minutes and stuff like that, and it's going to be a shit show because I refuse to leave here without really making things go to hell. But that'll be Tuesday night. 6 to 8 Central Time, and hey, did you happen to catch that I'm going to be calling AT&T on Tuesday afternoon or late Tuesday morning, and I'm going to do a Facebook Live special show about this issue I have with trying to return a phone that has gone since April 14th and is still ongoing. That they tell me they credit the money, and now they got me in collections, and I've spent 6 times being reassured, going for my 7th. And if they finally fix the problem, great, God bless them, no problem. But if they didn't, I'm going to have this recorded for quality assurance purposes because they have yet to send me anything in writing telling me that I don't owe them any money. Yet they keep telling me I owe them money.
Here's what you do, Peter.
I know, but I mean,
every time you talk to someone about this issue, get their name and ID number.
I know, but
and just keep going up the chain.
But I'm tired. I mean, they've wasted 14 hours phone time. I had to sit and add it up. 14 hours phone time, 8 phone calls. One phone call, I was on the phone for 2.5 hours. And when somebody doesn't want to talk to you, they just switch you to another person. It's the craziest thing. And yet they admit that, yes, we have the phone, and yes, you don't owe us any money. But they turn me into collections. It bothers me a lot. So I'm going to
Do you have any email proof of this?
That's what I'm saying. They keep taking my email and they keep telling me, and they don't send it to me. So I'm going Facebook Live. I'm calling their number. I'm going to tell them that I'm recording the call for quality assurance purposes, just like they tell me. And I'm going to go Facebook Live, and whatever happens, happens. I don't care anymore. Don't care. So I'm doing that this Tuesday, about 11 a.m. to between, I don't know what time, whatever time I wake up or finish what I'm doing, but between 11 and 1 p.m. Central Time, I'm going to do it. So, and it'll regurgitate anyway, but in case you're interested, just to listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. Huh?
Thanks for warning us.
I'm just telling you, this is serious business now. This isn't really part of my show, but it's me. It's part of me, and I am part of me. Very much a part of me. So I'm doing this for everybody because I can't be the only one. It's very, very simple. I return something, they told me you got credited for it, and they won't credit me. I don't understand.
Ladies and gentlemen, Peter G., freedom fighter.
Free at last, free at last. Listen.
Who said those words?
You know who said those words.
The great Martin Luther King.
That's right. Hey,
if you've never read Letters from a Birmingham Jail, you're missing out.
Is that Johnny Cash?
No, that's Martin Luther King. They threw him in jail for no reason at all, and he wrote these prolific letters. Mm-hmm. And you can just read the internal rage this man felt, his frustration on the whole situation.
Right.
And after you read those letters, and then you hear someone of color utter the N-bomb,
mm-hmm.
you just look at them and go, "You're a fool."
Why is that?
You are a fool.
Why is that?
Because for what that man endured, to say those words, to say free at last, and then just to watch people just shit on his memory like that.
I understand. Different times, and he really was at a point. I mean, that was a time that, he was out of the norm, and he really stuck his neck out, and it killed him too, unfortunately. But hopefully we're getting away from those times, although sometimes these idiots take us back giant steps, such as these past few weeks. But anyway, here's what we're going to do. I can't even get into that now because, again, now the show starts getting juicier, but it's almost time to go, James. You want to listen to some chill music before you leave to relax you? How did you end up off?
No.
No? You don't want to listen to any chill music?
Don't need it.
It's a nice piano piece.
I need a girlfriend.
Listen, all right. I don't care.
I need a bitch.
I don't care. Maybe that's your problem right there. I mean, look.
I want to be able to sing that song. Smack my bitch up.
I got the same problem. Okay, I mean, I don't go looking for it, but every girl that I really think I like, at least materialistically or visually, they don't give a shit about me. There's a whole, you can't do but so much of this. I mean, there's not much to work with here. That's the problem. So I maybe I'm setting my sights too high, but that's the way I am. I don't know. I just don't. It's not any port in a storm with me. How's that sound?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Well, not of course. Some people.
Well, yeah, I want a quality girl. I didn't say I want a whore.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, not even that. I don't know. I'm just very visual. I like what I like.
I want the Harley Davidson writer definition of a bitch.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Are you that guy?
She's a solid woman.
Really?
Excuse me?
Are you that guy?
No, I don't ride Harleys. It's just I know people who do, and yeah.
Well,
they talk about their bitch. They say it in a loving way.
Well,
I don't mean it in a disparaging way. I mean it in like my bitch, my woman.
Yeah, a lot of them are pretty loyal, but I don't know. Whatever. All right, let's take that up for another time. Unfortunately, holy moly, I got to check on Paul. Paul, you okay back there? His legs are getting tired. Don't worry, we're almost done.
Ba-dum-bum.
Yeah, he's pedaling away, man. It's like a hamster in a cage. Anyway, hamster on the wheel. Anyway, so this is it.
When do you fly back, by the way?
I fly back soon, very soon.
What airline? What flight?
Yeah.
What seat will you be in?
Yeah, exactly. I wish I knew. I didn't even pay attention to that right now yet, but it will be over because again, I got to go. I want to, be able to get my daughter to school, and I got things to take care of. And believe me, I really want to stay here too, but I'll just have to come back like always. And did I tell you that this show and this trip was sponsored by Bolt Energy? Electrify your senses. Live from the Gulf Coast.
Anybody know anything about Black Widow spiders?
What do you want to know? And then we got to go. It's 11:31. Jesus. Mary and Joseph.
I don't know. Do they like fire?
You know anything about do they like fire? Black Widow spiders?
Do they like whatever the spider is? I got a spider here hanging down from my my hose.
She mates, she kills.
Yeah.
The Black Widow. Wow. So what are you gonna do about it?
I'll probably do the Christian thing and capture it and release it elsewhere.
I don't think anybody likes fire. Yeah. Fire burns.
Yeah, fire's only if I'm in a really bad place.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't done anything worth dying yet.
Okay, good. All right, look, it's Jesus.
I want to keep my cat from eating it.
Oh yeah, you don't want that. Those are not hors d'oeuvres. All right, so here's the deal. We're out of time, and I appreciate you calling in and keeping it civil. But I know there's lots of people that want to get a lot of things off their chest. I'm telling you, I don't understand what's up with my crowd. They are the most stealthy, silent majority. I mean, and again, I got a bunch of people telling me this past week, and it was the same old thing. It was like, I just don't want to call in. I'll watch you. I got no problem. I like watching, but I don't want to call in. It's like, this is freaking killing me. That's why I got to get more people. We got to get the Midwest in here.
I'll right off the bat here, I'll give you the two suggestions that'll help you the most.
Oh boy!
To do this.
Here we go. Thank you.
Have multiple callers that you can handle up to 3 lines at one time.
That's money. Okay.
On air with you and play games.
I can't play games. I don't want to be that show.
It doesn't have to be the whole show. It could just be a bit. What
kind of games?
We could do the old match game bit.
You played games. And it was fine. I don't want to, do it. I'm hoping.
Yeah, well, it's okay for a bit if you're the contestant wants one, but
I know
the crowd wants to play one.
Yeah.
So you got to involve them.
Yeah, well, again, look, I just recently am able now to get 2 people on one line. It's going to be a while before there's 3. You know what I mean? It's just money.
Well,
it's all about
Patron account.
I know it's all
some donations. Go fund me.
You know what? Everybody tells me to do that. I don't want to do that. I just figure, look, when somebody decides to sign me up to go to another level, they're going to sign me up. Or the ones that have been, because believe me, I'm telling you, the whole LinkedIn crew, there's people watching. The one good thing about LinkedIn is if somebody pushes your button, they want to check you out, it lets you know they're checking you out. And one day, somebody's going to be sorry that they didn't push the button or not only check me out, but make the phone call sooner, because eventually this will go to where it's going, and there's going to be a bunch of people who are sitting there going, I'm going to keep watching this guy, and I'm not sure yet, but they're going to be making a big mistake, because when I get lucky enough to get that right phone call and take it to that level, I will make a bunch of people happy, and I will have a successful show. I just need the budget. I was just telling my Paul, you okay back there? I don't hear him. I don't hear the wheel squeaking. But I was telling him, I go, it's just crazy. I said, give me some time to breathe and to be who we need to be and make it work. And I'm telling you, we're going to have a great show. We're doing the best we can with what we have, but believe me, there's tons of stuff in the works. I mean, that was the problem why it took me so long to start the show. I was trying to be that show without being able to afford to be that show. And my friends, some of my closest people were going, dude, start crawling, because you're not going to just be running or walking right off the bat. And we backed it down. My big goal now is when I get back to LA, all the stuff's got to go to iTunes. This is good podcast stuff. And we've been neglecting the podcast the whole year. So my podcast channel hasn't picked up anything new. And that's a big deal, too, because, nobody really wants to look at me, but I like being,
That's right.
Yeah, that's why I can't, nobody wants looking at me. It is what it is. I tell you, I can't change this face. It's all I've got, but I'm willing to work with it, you know? A couple of drinks, that's why I tell people to grab an adult beverage. I look better.
All right, that's just
All right.
that little spider problem I'm having here.
Okay, look. Okay.
It's definitely a black widow.
Yeah? Well, then why don't you put the phone down then? Because we got to go anyway. And I'm glad you're off tonight. Did you just smash them?
I just don't know where that little bitch went.
Oh, boy. Yeah, until you're sleeping and it crawls up on your neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I'll probably eat it while I'm sleeping.
Probably with your mouth open.
You know, there is a statistic for that, by the way, of how many bugs we actually eat while we're sleeping.
That's great. That thing crawls up your nose while you're sleeping and just makes a house and lays some eggs in there. And then it's like alien, and all that shit comes out your stomach.
That's right.
All right, we got to go because I don't want to go, but we got to go. And I'm kind of sad.
Yes, you do.
This is the last show from the Gulf Coast for the summer. Summer show. And people just sitting there watching tonight. In fact, I got to get the baby mama stuff going on because I got a bunch of people dying to make.
You need to get back here and get your house in order. Find out
that I got to do too. Let me tell you, my house is not in order over here, and my house is not in order over there. I got shit going on over there. That's a whole nother subject, and I didn't even get into that. But not with my daughter, just my living over there. Whole nother ball game. Not even enough time. The show would have to be a 3-hour show, but that's it. We're out of time tonight, and we'll pick it up in L.A. next Sunday, except for Tuesday, because I'm going to call sometime Tuesday, late morning, early afternoon, Central Time. I'm calling AT&T, and I'm going to bitch them out not bitch them out. I'm going to give them one more chance to tell me that either it's all fixed or they're going to tell me the same old bullshit line, somebody made a mistake, and it's going to take another 7 to 10 days to fix it. But don't worry, Peter, we have it under control. You don't owe us any money, and then my credit's getting dinged. Anyway.
The Peter G. Show, brought to you by Volt Energy. Energize your senses.
Electrify your senses. Come on.
Electrify your senses. They know what I mean. They're a smart crowd. Gotta go.
That's good. Good. Thank you, James. We'll talk to you some other time, all right?
All right, bye.
All right, peace out. Wow, there you have it, folks. That's it. Let's get one more little taste of some... You okay back there, Paul? Paul, my associate stunt producer. I want to thank Paul for the past month and a half or so for being by my side through thick and thin. Even when there's stuff not really going on, he's still willing to put up with me and do all this stuff. I want to thank him for when we had bad satellite reception, for standing on the roof with the umbrella and the aluminum foil with the copper wire strung up to his toes to try to make this show work. I want to thank Paul for pedaling that bicycle to pump the electricity in the back of the Chinese restaurant kitchen that we are located behind in the Bolt Energy Studios, to keep the power on tonight, to keep things going. Tonight was a flawless show as far as I'm concerned. We didn't get bumped off the air. There's no hums or buzzes. I didn't get as many phone calls as I wanted, but it doesn't matter. You'll come when you're ready. You'll call when you're ready. We got the chill music playing, or as Paul would call it, the porn music. I like it. It just kind of keeps me calm in between. I want to thank James from Culver City for, again, I would rather have other people call. Not that I got anything against James. Tonight was good. But the thing is, this is all for you. This is for everybody. Share, 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 people. I can't say it enough. Whenever you see this, believe it or not, again, 3 times during the week, this show gets rerun with a watch party. Hit the share button and hit a watch party. I know we're running out of time. We're almost 10 minutes over. Time flies when you're having fun. I can do what I want. Doesn't matter. Till they tell me I can't. But right now, we kind of do what we want, okay? Hit the watch party. I appreciate all you people for tuning in. I know it's late in some parts of the country. That's why they do the reruns at different times during the week. And then you can start a watch party of your own, and we can do all this. But at the end of the day, it's all about, I'm doing this because I love you guys. I want you guys to vent. I'm sitting here telling you the crap I go through during the week, kinda. And I just feel it's something of worth when you call in and talk about stuff that's bothering you and sharing it with other people, okay? Next week, I'll see you in Los Angeles. and we'll be taking it back to the home base, Lower Alabama. No, L.A., California, and we'll pick it up from there. No big deal. Same thing, different place, good different look, but we're still here, and we're still doing the same thing, which I'm proud of, and we're only getting bigger and better. But I could not do it if it wasn't for you, and I truly appreciate you for being here with me. All right? So that's about it. I'm going to sign out for now. Again, my big thanks to my Florida associate, because, I had a lot of this stuff on my plate, but he was just there to help me in any way possible, and I appreciate it. And thank you. And I mean it. It's just really weird how a lot of people come in and out of your life and at different times in your life, and it just so, I don't know. If you're lucky enough to have friends in your life, be thankful. That's it. All right, love you guys. I'm going to see you Tuesday on my live call AT&T and figure out what the hell's going out show. But other than that, we'll see you Life of Peter G next Sunday night, 8:30 Pacific, 10:30 Central. Wow, when I'm waving the lighting, look at that. 10:30 Central, 11:30 on the East Coast. I'm freaking myself out. Woo! Woo! Anyway, sorry. That's it. Catch you then. Have a whole new scenario, but the song remains the same, as Led Zeppelin would say. We're still doing the same thing, same shit, different day, but it's good stuff. All right? I love you. Let's don't ever forget it. Let's do this. Peace out.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show. Divorced dad, single dad.